Morning.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
I am doing well. Hope you are.
Yep. Sun shining. It's great.
People are joining.
Good morning.
Good bunch. Hi, Gordon.
Good morning, Ed. Good morning. I assume my volume is on. Can you hear me, Ed?
Yes, sir.
Good, thank you. Sometimes
Can you hear me?
I can,
Yes, Jamie. Good morning.
Hey, my video's not working. For some reason, it says it cannot start.
Look down at the bottom left of your screen and see if it doesn't have something about stop video and start video there.
Actually, oh, okay. Got it.
Very good.
We'll see if it works.
Oh, that's too big a picture of me. Ooh. I need to minimize my picture.
Morning, Doc. Good to see you. Made it.
How's everybody?
We're
Great.
well.
Wet,
Good.
but well.
Wet? You wet up there? Y'all have leaks in the house? Can
No,
you get?
just floods.
Where's Ed? I know Ed's got a mop and a broom and a.
I don't have a mop big enough for that creek.
That's funny.
How are you
Yeah.
feeling, Doug?
Thank you for asking, Your Honor. I am good. Still having a little leg nerve stuff. I'm going back to the surgeon on next Tuesday. See what else we can come up with. It just, if I stand too long or walk too much, it just kind of starts flaring up and just
Yeah.
aggravating, but we'll see what, other than that, I'm good. I missed seeing everybody last month, but we have continued to work hard and got a lot of things going on, and just talked to Howard a few minutes ago, Howard Beckett, and got him ready to go on a radio show on Sunday.
Fantastic.
So he's ready. We got all that lined up, and excited about that new partner. I'll tell you more about. I already mentioned him, but they're doing a lot of stuff for us, and we're going to do a lot of stuff for them. But they're out of Mobile, and so they hit the Panhandle and Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and so that's a territory I'm going to do a lot of stuff with.
Okay, thanks.
And so I'm excited about them, and the radio shows every week, so we'll probably be able to have some more people on during the year and do some stuff. We actually have their issues coming out, magazine issues quarterly is coming out next month, which is next week. So I don't know exactly, but we're on the cover and have a big article inside the magazine. So excited about that.
We look
Okay.
forward to hearing your report in a few minutes. That
Yeah.
sounds great.
Well, good.
Just for your update, Carol Robinson has a doctor's appointment and will not be attending the meeting, and Jim Curtis is out of town. So just for information. Is Harry on yet?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
great, Harry.
You got half of him, just like we got
That's
half
right.
of Gordon.
Well, I think we're ready to start, and
Come on, Gordon, get that whole
yeah,
face in
John.
there, buddy.
I'm
Great.
sorry, I can't get my video to work. I've tried the left-hand bottom, Ed, to switch, but nothing's happening. So I'm listening.
Okay. Well, we got Jim's better half on, so that's all we need.
Well, let's start the meeting, and I want to say again, good morning, and yeah, we have a full agenda, lots of exciting things to talk about, and I'm really looking forward to it. I guess the first on our agenda is approve the January 28th meeting minutes. Are there any corrections or additions suggested? None? Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Meeting and minutes approved. Okay, again, I'd like to get through it, try to finish it within an hour in terms of the meeting. Let's talk about Doug and your marketing update. I know you have lots of things going on.
Yeah, and I sent you guys everything, and just in case always that y'all see what I'll talk about, just in case something ever happens that, you know, and I've sent out a couple of emails during the last couple of months. So just to let you know that things are going good and whatever, but so I'll just go down what I sent you guys yesterday. The Ohio Golf, Indiana Golf, and Michigan Golf Journals are all related, and we are reaching over about 250,000 golfers and travelers, which this is a huge area for people who come south during the winter. It comes south anytime, but they're ready to get out of the cold. And so we have really pushed hard over the last couple of years, I guess, but we've got this connection now and excited about it. And so they're going to feature us, and I say us, Sky Valley, and different things that each one of them will do. And it's an exciting thing. They do have a radio podcast they do. So we're excited about that. That's getting these media partners certainly is a huge way to advertise. And I mean, they don't want any money. So that's nice. It's a connection that I've had through either knowing new people or whatever over the years, being an old, magazine radio guy myself. You just start, meeting people. So this is what I love to do. And this is what I did with Southern Fairways Golf that I'll mention again here next. And so what I do is, I'll have a email database. So I entice them to say, hey, if we become partners and you promote us, okay, meeting Sky Valley and the trail, then we will send out your online. Most of them do both. Most of them do print and online. And so we take their online magazine, like I've sent you guys before, and they do a story on us. So I get one of our writers to write about whatever we want to put in there and go. So we've had a couple of articles here lately in there, and hopefully we're going to have at least one article a month in one of the three ones. So very exciting. They reach our targeted audience because we know these people come south. So we're excited about that. Southern Golf Fairways is the same thing, brand new, and we're just growing with them. These are the guys I just talked to. These are radio and magazine guys. So excited about having somebody to be able to be on their show Sunday, and it's part of the ESPN radio network. So they are tied into a lot of people and certainly online. And then I mentioned to you about the magazine article, which we will share with you. The magazine is all about the trail, which certainly includes Sky Valley. So, but this is something, when you have a cover of a magazine that you promote, and then a nice article. So we will, with something like that, we will probably double up and send that out. So we'll send it out for them, but we'll probably do it a couple of times because my emails and I can do whatever I want to with them. So it's really easy to do that. But something like that just reaches our targeted audience. So we are still targeting. So when I send that monthly email about that, you see the coolest and highest email blast. We're still sending it to mostly drive markets around the southeast. Certainly sending it to southern Florida because we want them to come back up, but certainly the Carolinas, Tennessee, Alabama, and certainly Georgia and the Atlanta area and all that. So we really targeted those type people, and we are getting noticed. I don't send you guys everything that people have said or seen or want to know about Sky Valley. And I think I've mentioned to you before though that some of the media guys are seeing Sky Valley in different things, and they want to know about Sky Valley, and they want to know if they can come, and go to Sky Valley, and so that's exciting, and we are definitely doing the right thing there. So working on the East Coast as well. We need more in the middle Atlantic, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia areas up in that way. We want people to come down and see us. We did just start a new deal with New England Golf. We're trying to get it to be a bigger media partner up there, because that's New England Golf is huge up in that area, those 5 states or whatever's around there. And so they do a great job. So we're trying to do that and reach, a lot of people that way. Again, we're promoting our 10th anniversary, which started this month for the Georgia Golf Trail. So we're kind of excited about that and promoting that everywhere and getting a lot of people sent out. I think I sent you guys a copy of what we're doing, and just an anniversary email thing, and got a ton of people who wrote me back, congratulations on this, you're doing a great job. One of the, I might have told you, and again, I apologize, but one of the highest ranking state officials here in Georgia has just continued to say how good a job we're doing, and says that what we're doing, meaning me and the guys that work with me, promote Georgia golf better than anybody, in Georgia. So, and that's always nice to hear. The chairmans of the departments like tourism, agriculture, these people, they hear from them. So it's working. We're excited about what we're doing, and we're just going to do a lot more. So still sending out the email blast you saw that I was just talking about. That's just a nice email blast that lets people know about the highest and coolest city. That's good. We're in talks with another Florida real estate magazine. Like we did last year, we want to get another audience down in Southern Florida, just again to let people know, hey, it's hot down there and it's cool up here, and whether you have a home for sale or not, we just want people down there to get excited about it, and hey, maybe come up and visit. And so that's why we would love to have a real estate potential buyers package. I know we've talked about that, so they can come up and they see Sky Valley firsthand, play golf, stay, eat, see all the things, give them out a nice goodie bag that we have. We would charge for something like that. Okay, it would be, but it would not be that much. It would be just something simple based on where we're going to stay, and hopefully we're going to make some headway tomorrow with timeshares that we'll talk about. I'm sure Gordon will talk about, but I am coming up tomorrow for that meeting. So I'll get to be in the lovely Sky Valley community. Another one, Stan Autry is the editor of Golf Georgia magazine. He also writes in a lot of local magazines. He's a great connection. He not only writes the magazine, but he writes in a lot of, like I said, local newspapers that will allow him to put in an article. So this hits your, Gwinnett area, Atlanta area, North Georgia area, Middle Georgia area. So these are things, and he's an old friend and has a lot of great connections. So, and what he can do too is he can bring up other media people. So, so instead of just him coming by himself, he would bring 3 other people. And so we have a foursome playing golf and seeing everything. So working on a bigger media fam trip for this summer with riders from all over the Southeast. Again, this is the biggest way to advertise, and these are not just golf riders. They do all kind of things. So real estate and whatever you want to call other things that people do write about, fairs and just different food events, things like that. So this is again something we could not afford. So to go in all these magazines or radio shows or buy ads or do whatever. So and then photography, we're going to talk about Steve about later. So certainly been working with him on quite a few things. And I'll tell you a little bit about Steve and what's going on with the state when we talk about that. I already told you about the meeting I'm going to be a part of. So quite a bit still going on behind the scenes, but things are gearing up for a great 2022, and I'm excited about it. And we are where we should be in terms of where we started this, and the notice that we're getting, the people that are seeing everything, and if we can get the deal with this timeshares, so we can start really promoting golf packages and other kind of packages to come up and stay, I think it's going to be a huge thing. So that's it. That's all I got there, boss man. So turn it back over to you.
Hey, Doug, just a quick question on real estate potential buyers package.
Yes, sir.
What are you involved in? I guess how would we get involved in that and the goodie bags? Obviously we need real estate potential buyers package, so they can come up and see Sky Valley firsthand. What do you mean, and what would be part of that, and how could we? What do we need to do? Well,
these are done. Other people certainly do them, and so people are looking for places to go. Okay, so it's like a travel program. We have a travel company that Sky Valley is a part of that is promoted every hour of every day, and so we would just want to up that information where we can tell people that, hey, we've got a package, come up for 3 days, 2 nights, and this is just an example, $149, and you get to stay in a nice condo, you run 1 round of golf. We would not include food with that. And so somebody says, oh, wow, I can come up and spend, 2 or 3 days in North Georgia. And so we're not going to be giving stuff away. We want to at least pay for whatever, and it could be $199, it could be $249. We don't want to price ourselves out of the book, but something that would, exciting that we can get people up. And then I know, I don't know if it was Jim or Ed, one of the two had made up the nice goodie bags that we would give out to everybody. I know one of you gentlemen, I apologize which one of those was, give out a goodie bag with all information and, maybe stuff from the golf course and tees or golf ball, or whatever like that, we give everybody. So that's not a big deal. So that, and then we just promote it. We want to promote that everywhere. Hey, come up and stay. And we can change the price based on availability and time of year. But as I've said all along, we need to get where we can promote packages. And again, it doesn't have to be just real estate, but there is a lot of people, because I talked to a lot of people, media people that certainly everywhere, but certainly southern Florida, these people are looking to have another home, a mountain home, and go from there.
Okay.
Doug, we now have a communication specialist hired, and she's doing she really got thrown into the fire, and she's doing great. Possibly she could develop a brochure about all the good things that you could do in Sky Valley
Yes.
that could go into this, whatever this goodie bag is. And
Sure.
hopefully we will get a new visitor centers going, so it would also be
Mm.
in the visitor center. So that's a possibility.
Yeah, I'm all for, I know it's a lot of work, but I'm all for the visitor center. And if we get that building right there on the road coming up,
Yeah.
that would be fantastic. If we get to that point, I've got some ideas about what all we could do in there too, added stuff. So
Mhm.
I think it'd be great. And we just want something where when we say goodie bag, we know exactly what's going in it. We got this brochure and that brochure and this, goodie item and whatever, and we hand it out.
Right.
Just one per family,
Yeah.
So and
Good.
go from there.
That's something I think we should proceed with, Holly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll get
Okay.
Jason. I'm sure you and Rhonda and I can get together and
Yeah,
come up
good.
with a real professional looking brochure.
Fantastic. Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Doug. Okay, let's go on to next item on the agenda is the advisory website advisory group. Jamie, could you tell us what's happening with the advisory group?
Gordon, could I interrupt for just
Sure.
a second? Jamie, I'm sorry I'm jumping in your time, but I want to thank Debbie Dahlhouse and Jamie Dara for the countless hours that they have put in as advisors to our visitor website. I just can't imagine how many hours they spent reviewing all the different surrounding visitor websites and developing a suggested and very professional website site map to give to our web developers to reflect what Sky Valley is all about. And I just say thank you both for doing that so much. Thank you. Thank you, Gordon.
You're welcome. Okay, Jamie.
Well, thank you, Holly. I have been out of town half of February and half of March. So I haven't talked with the Lawsons in the last, few weeks or anything. So I don't know where they are. Coming back and trying to go through all of my emails, I did see an email, I think from maybe Jason or somebody that where the Lawsons had a question or two and wanted to get together. So we need to have that meeting unless something's happened since I have come back that I don't know about. How about that, Jason? Is anything
Yeah,
going on?
I can comment on that. The maintenance things that needed to be done, the Lawsons have pretty much taken care of that. They would like to have an advisory discussion and try to get Rhonda involved with that. Rhonda's our communication specialist. She's doing a great job. Unfortunately, right now we've had some critical staffing leave, and she's kind of been, for lack of a better word, redistributed to some other duties. Just trying to, in the meantime, until we can get our deputy clerk position filled. In fact, she's not on this meeting right now. She's actually manning the phones and manning the office while Karen and I are on this meeting. But so that's kind of temporarily taking her off task. But yeah, we do need to try to sit down with the Lawsons and have an advisory discussion. But those maintenance changes have been done. But the ball is kind of in our court a little bit as far as the next steps. And just on a side note, we had made an offer to somebody for the deputy clerk position. They have declined. We're not back at square one. We're kind of revisiting the other candidates, but I hope to have that position filled very soon so that we can put Rhonda's talents back to where they need to be used best. But again, I want to say those maintenance changes have been made, and we do need to set up an advisory discussion with them very soon, and we'll try to set that up.
All right, that sounds good. That's really all I have. We need to have that next meeting, before we really have anything more to report. But I assume it's all going well with them. It sounds like it.
Okay.
Yeah, and it looks like probably it'll be till next meeting, Gordon, of the marketing committee to review the visitor website and probably vote on it, and then we'll send it to the council. Then Gordon will present it to the council.
Okay,
Okay?
Okay.
so as the follow-up, that will be the next meeting, and who will initiate, I guess, that meeting?
Yeah.
Who will initiate the meeting, so we have that in terms of the Holly? So we have-
Jason will.
Okay,
Jason
great.
will.
If we want to, I think we've been, setting up the last Thursday of every month,
Yeah.
I believe. We will,
Yeah.
10 o'clock, we'll set that Zoom meet and
If
get
I
it out.
could
Okay.
add, if I could add,
Go ahead, Debbie. I think
ahead,
that's Debbie. She's frozen.
Hello. Hello.
Let's send her, I don't know, let's see if I can send her a message.
could I
Debbie-
add to the website conversation? Can
Yes.
you hear me?
There's
Okay.
delay, but
The city website looks like it's up and running. It's the visitor website that needs some attention. We need to provide content for it. The link pages are all done, but the introductory pages are what is holding up the process. And that's something that can be done as soon as Rhonda has time.
Okay.
Sounds great, Debbie. And I hope you heard me thanking you for all the hours you've put in. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Glad to help.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, next item on the agenda would be Forward Raven Marketing Board Meeting Report. Jamie, could you give us an update, please?
Yes, the main thing is they are really doing a lot. You know, I'm impressed with how much Raven County is doing in the publications that we're in, Raven County is in. Sky Valley benefits just from whatever Raven County's doing, but there is quite a bit going on and things coming up constantly that CJ puts out, you know, as whether we want to do it or not. And I can tell you, even though we haven't moved into getting those done, they're really good avenues, and I can probably tell you more about those next time. But it's all going well, and they are quite a group. They are, you know, reaching and seeking, and got us in publications all over the Southeast and even further away. That's it.
That's it? Thank you. Wendy, is that a monthly, Amy, is that a monthly meeting? Do you meet monthly?
It is, it's a monthly
Yes.
meeting.
Okay, very good. Thank you for the update. The next item on the agenda would be the timeshare meeting. I don't know if you guys have all discussed it. Committee members, Holly, Doug, and I will be meeting, and Jamie will be meeting with Jerry Sperling tomorrow at 10 a.m. at the timeshare office. We'll be meeting to discuss this timeshare rental program. We're going to have a new rental program, timeshare marketing committee activities that they want to be interested to hear about, answer questions that they might have about the timeshare marketing committee's membership, and also the visitor website. So Jerry is open to it. So it's at 10 o'clock, and hopefully we'll have a very productive meeting, and they will obviously the purpose of the timeshare that they'll be involved and be one of the members of the marketing committee. So that's it. Any questions about this meeting tomorrow? Hello?
Anything we need to make sure we discuss that we might not think about from anybody else?
Yes. Any comments on it? Okay.
I have my list of questions, and I think we'll do great with the representation from this
Yeah,
committee.
I think, you know, we got together the agenda. I think it'll go well. Yes, thank you. Okay, All right, the next item on the agenda is going to be view Steve Dimberg's photography, photos and videos. I think I'm going to start it off with review from what Jim Curtis said. Let me look at my notice, and I got it pretty blown away. I think here's what Jim said. Jim's not here. Wow, I am blown away by these pictures. They are great. This is what a professional photographer can do. My stuff never turns out anything like this. We could build a narrative around any of the pictures with people in Sky Valley. What a great job reflecting what I call atmospheric, the changing skies, clouds that never seem to repeat, something new each day. Obviously the comments were very, very good. Steve Dimberg sent us a note, and you see, I believe these are good representation of photos, but I also think there are a few areas that are missing that should be included and should be shot this year. For example, definitely more activities for sure, including clubhouse, people, food should be included. As you can see, only Sky activities that are covered was on the July 4th weekend. I know that Doug wants to use the images by upcoming marketing, and I'm sure this is something that will be addressed in the meeting. So I guess we're talking about what do you think of the videos, and what do you think of what Steve has done? And I guess the second is what we do with them, and that will be comments from Doug. So open to that in terms of comments about the Steve's work.
I think he's done a great job.
Ed? Yeah, I think the videos, if you look at the videos, I don't know if you had a second, Steve sent a second, they are just blow you away how impressive they are of what is happening. I guess it gets, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and I agree. I think we do need more pictures of like people playing pickleball and people on the hiking trails, like we've talked about before. And
Yes.
I think that, and people, eating at the club or whatever. I think that would be great.
And that was my thought. That was what I was going to say. And I think that Steve addressed that anyway. But I think also we need pictures of some of the more modern houses, not the original Sky Valley chalet type houses,
Okay.
but more modern houses, and maybe pictures of younger couples, not necessarily grandchildren of people, but younger couples.
But y'all all fit that mold. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Yeah.
Well, in my mind, I think I'm one of the younger people, but I do not
Jamie,
pretend.
amen, and God bless you, baby. I understand.
That my mind and other things don't always jive. So
Yeah, it don't
Great
jive,
idea.
and all of a sudden my back's hurting, my legs hurting,
I think that's a great suggestion.
yeah, and of course, I guess we all agree that we need some fall pictures when
Yes.
the leaves are at peak.
Yeah.
Just absolutely gorgeous fall pictures. And then community activities. Y'all, you said pickleball, but not just the golf course, but try
Yeah.
to figure out
Correct.
where
Yeah.
to get
Yes.
some of those images from community.
Well, yeah, like when people have reunions at the
Yeah.
city pavilion or,
Okay.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Doug,
Yeah.
how do we stand currently with Steve's photo contract as far as what he plans to do, or what we owe him, or what his program is for the next year or so?
Well, we asked, he came back with 16,000. We asked him, he'd split that up to 8 and 8, because we knew we couldn't. Trust me, I'm learning, a lot about photography, and the settings, and and I'm like, well, this looks like a great picture, and he's like, no, we got to wait till 5 o'clock, and for the shadows to get perfect, and that. So I understand. So it takes time to get all that stuff done. So we would suggest that we, do another year with Steve. but trust me, he understands, and he's very adamant. And I mean, it says every time we talk, he says, I have got to get in that clubhouse. When the clubhouse is full, I want more people around outside. I want to do more activities. I want to do real estate, more stuff. I think the idea of the younger couples are great. So he's the one coming to me with all those things that y'all said, and certainly you've read what he wrote, but and so that's more of what we can do for this year. Now, here's my plan, and Harry, we'll get back to you so y'all can talk about whatever you want to do. Here's what I want to do based on, we don't want to just have pretty pictures for the website, okay? We want to make a marketing plan that we can go ahead and start because he's done so much video, he can't send it all. He didn't realize how much video he had done. So he's got whatever, megs and megs and megs full of stuff. So he has to break it up in order to send it. But we sent that sample video that shows a lot of stuff with the waterfall sounds, all the birds chirping, all that type of stuff. So this is what I want to do. I want to hit this hard every month we have a video email blast. Okay, certainly they got to open it up, they got to click it on and whatever. But we want to not just show them the pretty pictures, we want to show them videos that we're going to put together that is going to show everything, and that's kind of what he tried to do. I mean, the shots of the fireworks going off were just really cool. And especially that one that's a still that's black and it's over the valley, and I'm like, wow, what a shot. We should use that somehow. But this is what I told Steve. I said, well, I'll talk to you tell them what you want to do, you give them some samples, and then we're going to send out and each month it would go to a different sector people, okay, so different state or whatever, and we're going to send out a video that's the email blast will have some pictures, but we want them to go to the video to see. This is where we want to promote the cam. If you don't believe us, turn on this link right here and see it live right now. And I think that will really get us going. This is stuff we needed. Okay, now we've got a good bit. We need to get a good bit more where we show, i.e. the younger people, hey, look, this is what we can do. Here's some great pictures of kids and swimming and playing tennis and pickleball, and great idea. Certainly Steve and I have driven all over Sky Valley and walked around up close to some really nice homes, that we'd like to take some pictures of. So it's a lot more work to do, and you certainly want to get the images. Don't mean we won't stop and take a picture of something new on the golf course or the clubhouse outside, whatever. Certainly, trust me, that peak stuff, I mean, we were on edge trying to, we were trying to listen to you guys, and we're watching the webcam, and okay, it's peak, whoa, and it's just, it peaked yesterday, and so he did get some good shots. That one with the 4 golfers playing right there next to the chimney, with the leaves, in the background. That's a great shot that we're going to use. So I also want to tell you too what we've done. We just met with the State Parks Department of Natural Resources, and we have told them that they certainly need to do their stuff. Now, what we did, Steve and I met with them both. We took everything that Steve has done for Sky Valley and showed them, okay, here you go. Here's part of Georgia. This is not Florida. This is not Kentucky. Here is what, he showed video, he showed pictures. Well, they just fell in love with it. So they're going to hire him to do all their golf courses and start doing some of the state parks. Again, it's a long process, but we promoted you guys, and they were just amazed at the pictures and the video. So so that's some good news, but we wanted to make sure we told you that we're showing people that, you know, what Steve did with Sky Valley. So a lot of work to do. We knew this up front. That's why Steve said this is really a 2-year job, just based on timing and, you know, the mishap we had with the snow and whatever, and that's hard to do, you know. And then y'all didn't have as much snow, I don't think, as you normally do. And so there's still a lot of stuff, but most of it has got to be with people in the picture. So
Yeah.
that's our, you know, it's a long answer to your question there, Harry, but I was going to talk to you about all that anyway, based on what Steve wrote. And he's sorry he had already made plans to go out of town, or he wanted to be on the call so he could kind of tell you all himself. But I think he's done a great job. So I'm very pleased with what he's done. And we can do a lot of stuff with the pictures that, you know, we have and videos and things like that, and other places than just the websites.
Thank you.
I think the monthly website, I mean, monthly video would be fantastic on our visitor website to change it every month. I think that'd be fabulous.
That'd be great.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew this in the back of my head that this is what we wanted to do, or, you know, I wanted to do. And so, I mean, trust me, he has worked hard to try to nail it down, because you don't want it too long, you know, so it's like 3 minutes. So it's a perfect, and he's trying to get the right pictures, and we're going over pictures and different things, because we want to, you know, to see everything. So this will be a great start that we can do, and it will be a marketing tool that most people don't have. They send out words and, you know, a couple of, but we want them to see live pictures, which means video pictures. And so I think we need to continue with Steve and go from there. So,
Well, one thing I liked about it, Doug, was the access. There was always concern we didn't have access to the videos, or where was it? He put it together very nicely, and Rhonda has. How do we get the look at him? And I was very impressed how he laid it out. Very impressed by it. And Rhonda now is talking about she has access to it. So availability, how do you organize it, and so forth. So it's there, and it's something that you have access to where anyone else would have access to. Is that correct? Now, these
absolutely. So he's going to continue to, which he has, and we had, I don't know what, sent it to Jason. I think we kind of had a mix up on who had what and whatever, but that link now that you have, he will just continue to add pictures and videos to it. Again, we got to cut the videos down. He can't just send all the pictures, all the videos. It's just too much. So, so y'all can, you know, and I'll let you know, because he'll tell me, hey, I got new pictures up on the, you know, website that you can go in there and click in and see and whatever. So the idea too is we want to change everything out. You know, we don't want just the entranceway. We don't want just the 10th hole, you know, every time people, oh, well, that's a pretty hole. Do you have another one? You know, so that's the idea. But we can now really start marketing. But we got to have y'all's help. We got to know when, you know, when functions are going to be. We need to, I think the 4th of July thing went off great with the pictures. We need more stuff on the croquet, you know, so he got some good stuff up high. We went over and talked to a couple of ladies there one day, and then we talked to Jim and Debbie were there one day, took some pictures. So, but we need more stuff around the clubhouse. We've got to, and if we come on a Friday night, you know, or Saturday night, then we come on a Friday or Saturday night. It's okay. We just got to know about it and go from there. But, and then again, the pictures we did with, you know, you guys that did a wonderful job out there. And I don't know if that was Holly and Ed's or Jim, and I don't remember whose house it was that we out there on the deck and that spread.
Yeah, Curtis, yeah.
If I knew y'all were gonna do that bigger spread on your thing, I would have come. So, I didn't
I'm
know
sure-
this was a eating thing. I would have been up there. So
I'm sure Jim and Debbie will invite you back.
okay, Jim and Debbie, you make sure now. So
Okey doke. Will do.
but so we just got to have, so like I said, Steve and I have been to, you know, around some of these beautiful homes, and maybe it's where we come back up and we take one of y'all and say, okay, we like this home, we like this home. Or y'all know, I mean, you know, the nicer homes up there. There was that one beautiful home. I don't remember who I was talking to, that's down by the river, secluded in the trees down there. There's, you know, long driveway. I don't remember where it is. There's so many different roads up there, but we just found it, walked down there, just, we're like, I hope nobody's gonna shoot us, but we just walked down there and, you know, and it looked like nobody was at home. So, but I'm like, wow, is this gorgeous? You know, so that's what we need to show too.
Yeah.
We need to show the here's what you can buy from A to Z, you know, and we want people to continue to have that real estate link, you know, that they can continue to go back and check, you know,
Yeah.
see what's
Well,
available.
I know that Harry and Carol, who could come today, are on, I think they're on the board of the club. So certainly they could get in touch with you when they're having big dues going on there.
Yeah.
I don't see Harry stepped away, but I know I see that Roy Aiken is on too. So I'm sure he's heard it, and he loves when I give him assignments. It's his favorite thing.
Well,
Hey,
those,
Roy. Anyway,
Well,
so we can get that to you.
okay, and we just need, certainly, I know y'all have your calendars, so if we could maybe even get an updated calendar sent to us every
Okay.
month, or at least to me, and then Steve and I can figure out what we need to do. And then Bill, you know, Theus has been, you know, so nice to allow Steve to
Yes.
stay in his
Yes.
homes up there.
Right.
And he's just said, Doug, anytime, if it works
Great.
out, you know, works. So that's great. And especially the house right there behind the clubhouse is a great place, because you guys know the streets, but it's hard to, you know, when you don't have cell service, when you go up there too, and you can't ask the phone,
Yeah.
you know, where to go. So
We'll
that's
get you a guide. We'll get you a guide dog, Doug.
that's
Also,
right.
the
I need all kind of help. So give me 2 or 3
okay,
dollars.
we can do it.
All right.
The country club has an event calendar that's on the website that
It
you all
is.
probably could,
It
look
is.
at too. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be
Okay.
quiet, Gordon. Take it.
I ain't
Okay,
saying
that-
another word, Gordon. It's all you.
Okay, very good. Well, I was going to add activities we have. I know people suggested that we promote wildflowers. We've hiking, doing more of that. If we, you know, we have some wonderful trails. We have part of it in there, and there's that
Yeah.
tweaking interest. Or
Right.
bike, if we have ever venues that come up, possibly a short, you know, there's some great walking trails, hiking trails, and additional venues that come up, possibly bicycling, whatever it is, to show things that are happening, you know, in Sky Valley for people to come up. Yes. But we have to communicate that to you.
Yes, please. So I can get with Steve and make sure he, you know, has the time to come up.
Right. Okay. Okay, very good. Thanks again for your report, Doug, on that. Excellent. Next item on the agenda is the Sky Valley marketing survey results. And Debbie, I see you're on, and Debbie just did an absolutely fantastic job of our marketing survey report, Debbie. And I don't know if you have a moment you can talk about it, or I can spearhead on it. Debbie?
Yes,
moment to talk
I'm going to
about it?
give you, can you hear me all right?
I can,
Yeah.
yes, go ahead.
All right, I'm on the side of a highway and Jim is standing on his head and jumping from foot to foot at the same time because we're on our way to St. Louis.
Oh,
And-
okay.
But very
Could we
briefly-
see that on the video, Debbie? I'd like to see.
Yeah,
him.
I'll send you, this would be
Uh-oh.
a marketing video for sure. Okay, very briefly, we sent out an invitation on the city email distribution list and the POA distribution list. Between the two of them, it was 651 subscribers. There's no way to know what kind of duplication there was among those or between those two groups, but we received 183 responses. Again, this was a MailChimp free survey, so I cannot screen to say Holly already submitted one survey response. She cannot submit a second one.
Right.
I'm going to go on the honor system and assume that nobody has the time or desire to do a survey twice. But I guess you never know. There were 9 questions, and a lot of the answers were confirming things we already knew. Most of the people are older, definitely over 45. Some were over 80, but we had 2 people that were between 35 and 45. So maybe we're getting some younger people moving in. The responses of why did you choose, or what do you like about Sky Valley, again, confirmed things we already knew. Natural beauty, a quiet retreat, and outdoor activities. The way they found out about it, for the most part, was through family or friends. Some of them mentioned skiing or the timeshares, but family and friends was more than, well, roughly 2/3 of the mentions. Some of the new information we got when we said what was the one specific reason, was the location. And location could be it's a mountain location, or it could be it's not far from Atlanta, or not far from family in the area. Golf was mentioned as a specific reason they chose Sky Valley over a different city. For Jason and the city staff, city services were mentioned. Having good roads, police protection, city water, and a building inspector. So shout out to the city for a great job. Other people mentioned a sense of community, that it was not just a collection of houses down a random road, and favorable property values. The last 2 years, as everybody knows, houses have been selling either as soon as they went on the market or even before they went on the market for the asking price or higher. And favorable property values were mentioned multiple times. The average number of homes purchased in the last 2 years, and by 2 years, I mean 2020 and 2021, because this survey went out the end of January. When I averaged how many houses were sold in those 2 years annually, it was almost twice as high as any of the other preceding years. Most people bought their houses 10 to 20 years ago, but there were people who bought 40 years ago. I sent a copy of the full report with the charts and the analysis to the marketing committee members.
Right.
And I also included the spreadsheet that had all of the raw data. So you could do additional analysis as you chose. I don't know that I sent it to Doug, and I apologize, Doug, but I will
I was
send
just
that to you.
thinking that. I had not seen that. I would love to see that. That's okay.
I believe you're the one that I overlooked, and many apologies, but to
Oh,
make it
no,
up to you.
Debbie,
to
no
make it up to
problem.
you.
But thank you very much. I would love to see it.
Okay, and to make it up to you, I will definitely invite you to the next photo shoot at our house.
with food, remember? He
With
coming
food,
just to
with
be in the
food.
picture. I gotta have that big old spread again.
Yes, we wanted
Or
to
hey,
showcase.
I know, tell Jim he's gotta cook some steaks or something, you know?
Oh, that is his favorite activity in the
Oh,
whole
well,
world.
please tell him, put me on the list for next time y'all cook steaks, okay?
Yes, and I did invite my daughter and her husband to be in the picture so that we could lower the average age.
Great
I
idea.
But I haven't seen their pictures in Steve's collection, so I'll have to look more closely. That's a very quick top line.
Right.
In the summary, I included sample comments when there were questions that had open text responses, and that was if you said something other than what the multiple choice was. It's interesting how people don't pay attention to instructions. People who did not check other still felt compelled to write in the text box exactly what they had already checked in the previous question. But then there were also some good nuggets of legitimate people who had other reasons. And I won't take the time to go through those, but they were really very complimentary. I think Sky Valley is doing a lot of things right, and word is definitely getting out. And new people are coming in. I meet them every day walking the dog or just hanging out around the hiking trails. So there you have it in a nutshell. Any questions?
Fantastic, Debbie.
Yeah, I totally
That's
agree.
great.
I guess the question comes up now, what do we do with this wonderful information, Doug, as you get a chance to see it? How do we
Yeah.
use it in terms
Yeah,
of our marketing campaigns?
Well, there's a lot of things we can do with that type stuff, and certainly there are more ideas that we can do with these type questionnaires and stuff. So it's great. I mean, you know, we started our awards, as you know, that you guys have won a couple of things, you know, a few years ago, and it's an annual thing. So, you know, but we're asking questions. What's your favorite R3? What's your favorite resort? What's your favorite, you know, place to go, where to eat, all that type of stuff. So these type things are great to, you know, come back and hear and see, and certainly would love to be a part of it. But, you know, once I see it, I can, you know, we'll get back together with some ideas on how we can use this and grow that, because there's a lot of things we can do, and certainly we can put something like this out in my email database that y'all are a part of. So there's just a lot of things that we can do, but certainly having somebody else put it together, you know, like that really helps. So I look forward to seeing it. Jamie, if I don't talk to, not Jamie, Debbie, if I don't talk to you and Jim, y'all have a safe trip, please.
Thank you very much. We will.
Thank you, Debbie. Okay, next
All right.
item on the agenda was the revised Visit Sky Valley logo. Rhonda, I guess, is not on, and
I'm going to see if she can step over just for a second.
okay, great. Rhonda is really, I'm impressed how the creativity of Rhonda and how she's got into this. And I'll guess a review is she sent out a couple of revised logos for the visitor site, and she sent a second one out, and she was asking for our comments on it. And I like them all. I have a favorite, and Jim Curtis has a favorite. So what I'd like to do, if she has a chance to review it, then make a choice on it if we can, in terms of the committee.
Would we want her just to come to the next meeting, Jason? So,
Well, I think she can chime in. She may have a customer. I say, oh, there she comes.
okay.
Great.
Look here around. She is, you know, every job description has those other duties as assigned. She's definitely stepped up to help with the phones and.
Hello, Rhonda.
Hey, Rhonda.
Hi there, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Maybe you could, again, we were just looking at, of course, the items you sent out, the second round of the logos, you sent samples and you're asking for inquiries, what one we might like best and so forth. So possibly you can talk a little bit about it and certainly the second round that you sent out. I think
Okay.
a lot
Rhonda,
of-
would you start off with why you felt you needed to come up with this logo and what you're going to use it for those people who will review this video after we're through?
Okay, well, it's my understanding that that everyone was looking for a new logo for the Visit Sky Valley website. And
Okay.
so I attempted to come up with some new ideas based on, the recommendations that I had heard.
Mhm.
And I submitted a list so that you all could help me narrow it down to what you were looking for. And then we came up with the one that has the mountains in the background, and I submitted some options that there's just some subtle differences, but just to see which one you preferred. And I forgot what else did
What was the, just to review, what was your caption that you included with the mountain visuals?
It is let's see. Yeah, come for a visit, stay for the lifestyle. I did not come up with that. That was something recommended. So
Nice job,
Yes.
Rhonda.
well, I'm glad you like it.
Very good, very good. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you,
guys-
Rhonda.
Do you have, there are several versions he sent out.
Oh,
since
yeah.
And they fit, and I like them all. I particularly like the one in the mountains. If you look on the March 15th memo that I sent out, Jim Shurda sent out, Jim for the fourth version, reason it's the best in terms of readability, impact, aesthetics. Version is similar to vote the number 2. So they all look good. Have you all had a chance to look at it? And you any
Yeah.
comments on it?
I did, and I like the fourth one also, fourth one
Yes.
down.
Any other comments on it? Ed, have you had a chance to look at it? What's your,
No, number 4 is the best that I saw.
yes? Gary?
Number 4 is the one that Jim liked, right?
Yes,
Yeah, that one, and I think number 2, which the only difference I think is the visit is on the same line.
yes,
So those two are really, really similar. And
yes.
either one of those were my first choice. But then this morning, when I just have pulled this up on my iPad to have it in front of me, some reason, the one that says Visit Sky Valley, and then underneath it, it has, like script writing, come for a visit, stay for the lifestyle. It's probably, it's not as bold and
Yes.
as you say, readable as the other two,
Yes,
but it kind of captures me as kind of fun, a little bit of flair, a little
Mhm.
bit of something different. So I'm kind of leaning toward that one right now. In the layout that I had kind of done and sent to the Lawsons, the spot that we needed this logo was in the upper left-hand corner, as opposed to putting the round City of Sky Valley or
Mhm.
something like that, but to replace it. So in thinking about this, I'm thinking about what shape it should be and what size. And I'm not sure rectangular will fit right there, as well as a square or a circle in a square, because we'll have the, I don't know what you call it, across the the tabs across, that will be rectangular and take up that space. So kind of thinking about maybe a round shape or an oval shape or something in that left corner might work better than just a rectangular and a rectangular, just design wise, thinking about it that way. But I think the colors, the mountains, everything looks great, Rhonda. I think you did a great job.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's where we really wanted to go.
My only thoughts are, I mean, I'm glad that you all like this logo. My only thoughts is that it resembles one that was used previously. So you don't mind that it's very similar to something that was already used?
Mhm.
No.
I mean, you didn't want to go in like a different direction.
I guess we could look at some things in a different direction, but I think what we wanted to do was keep it consistent. Like we've adopted this as the logo, the mountains in the background.
Mhm.
So I think the idea was to keep it consistent.
Yes.
I think we also need to remember that a lot of people are going to look at our website on their cell phones and not have large screens. So it needs to be noticeable, if we're looking at it on our cell phones.
Yeah, I don't know if we change it up in a way that the lighting is different in it. Maybe there's more picks up some yellow or something as far as highlights on the mountains. I'm not sure about that if we wanted to think about something that would catch the eye, but still keep it consistent with the
Previous logo.
previous logo. I mean, we
Yeah.
had the
Well,
whole billboard done in this logo, so.
Yeah.
Hey, one thing, I'm sitting here looking at all of them and they all look great, Rhonda. I'm not sure you need two of the same word. You got visit and then you got visit. So I'm not sure, if maybe we could use, or maybe just, I'm looking at 4. No, I guess I'm not. I guess I'm looking at 5. I don't
That
know.
kind of makes me think maybe drop the first visit.
That's
just
kind of
at
what
the
I was.
Sky Valley.
Yeah.
The
And then
Sky
the
Valley,
visits,
come
they
for a
come for a
visit, stay
visit.
for a lifetime. Yeah, and I when I first looked at them too, just coming from, years and years of looking at these type things. I hadn't really noticed the 2 visits, but I certainly do now. And I'm going to agree with Jamie. I think we need a little more color in that back. I mean, if it's on a big screen like I'm looking at right now, yeah, I can tell that they're mountains. I'm not really sure, and Rhonda, trust me, this has nothing to do. Trust me, I could not do these. So this is really good. I'm just throwing out my opinion. And the black down at the bottom, or is that the ground? Is that, then we're looking up, we're tying the black into that. So
Well,
go
if
ahead,
I
Rhonda.
could explain to you,
Yeah, please.
I have some graphic design experience. I won't say that I'm an expert. And so I utilized an app that had it's got like pre-made templates. And so it's got recommendations for like the fonts, how to put fonts together that are appealing to look at. It has different background choices. So I didn't create this, on my own. I just, I tinkered with it. I tried out different backgrounds and different fonts to see how it would look in different placements. As far as creating it like just from scratch, I don't know that I could do it and make it look any good. I have to just kind of use a template.
Well,
But I'm
I
happy
understand.
to go back and maybe look at a different find some kind of different app, because there's plenty of them out there. And see if I could come up with something that is, you know, similar
Certainly.
but different.
Certainly would want the mountains, continue to the mountains. When I first looked at it, I'm like, yeah, I know this is the shot of the ground, but I just wasn't, it just kind of didn't catch my eye, you know, whatever. And you know, I think if you took away the visit at the top and just Sky Valley, you know, come for a visit, stay for a lifestyle. Now, that's just a logo, so that's fine. We might could use this in other places where we could certainly put a JPEG behind it, and you know, people could click it on and you know, go right to the website. So you know, I looked up Sky Valley on my weather. I put Sky Valley on my weather because it's gonna be cold up there in the morning. I'm like, okay. So, but you know, there was Sky Valley, California, and there was Sky Valley somewhere else, you know. So I don't know if we need Georgia in this, or you know, I don't know, because I would like to use something like this, which I think it's great, in other places, you know, that where we could make it real simple for people just to click it on as they hover over it and click it on and go right to it. So,
Well,
That's a
the
good-
idea was on the website that this is, you know, up in the corner. And if you are on page 10 of the website, you can go up there and click this. It'll take you back to home page.
yeah,
So that's the way it should link up. But I agree, you know, maybe we need to have, instead of visit Sky Valley, Georgia.
Mhm.
Because there is, when you Google Sky Valley and don't put a
Right.
Georgia behind it, you get California.
yeah. And you know, we got the Georgia's highest and coolest, you know, city. I mean, so we might have to help these people.
Yeah.
You know, where's Sky Valley? How do I know what Sky Valley is? Oh, it's in Georgia. Okay.
Yeah.
That's just a thought, but that's what y'all pay me for, to think.
Yeah.
Tell Ron to thank you.
We had a customer come in, so she
Okay.
stepped away.
So I think we'll leave it as is. Let's delay the decision and have Rhonda give us some samples again. Do you agree with that we're talking about?
Sure.
That's fine.
Okay, great. I love the ideas on it. And yes, the Sky Valley, if you Google Sky Valley, sometimes you get where Sky Valley, there's a lot of Sky Valley, surprisingly. So
Yeah.
very good. Yes, very good. Well, thank you. Let's go on in terms of the, let me see here, Sky Valley marketing, but the budget itself. I'm going to tell you just a bit about the budget. The Sky Valley Marketing Committee, members of Jim Curtis, Harry, Ed, and myself met on February 21st, 2022, and reviewed projected monetary contributions and expenses. Our plan is to have a $3,000 checkbook carryover for 2023. We reviewed projected monetary contributions. City is now giving us 15,000. The POA is committed to 5,000, and the club 5,000. We reviewed projected expenses, and we said that they would not exceed, expenses would not exceed contributions. So at this time, we seem to be in good shape. We are looking at the timeshare, possibly getting involved in terms of additional contributions. Any comments on it at this point?
Thank you.
Thank
Gordon.
you all. Thank you for doing that, y'all.
Well, thank you. I guess the
And we know-
final one, I'm sorry.
And I know the final budget, Gordon, you will come to the city council meeting and we'll have to approve it.
Yes, right. Okay, again, the last item on the agenda, which is a new one, is let's go for a ride. Comments on it, Holly, maybe you could say a little bit about it. I know we say information from Forward Raven. Is this
Right.
possible venue opportunity for Sky Valley? Do we need more venues? so forth. So maybe we can discuss it a little bit, venues, and I happen to agree that this would be, as most of you read this, what was sent out in terms of the let's go for a ride.
Yeah.
Any comments on it?
That was part of the Raven, Forward Raven Marketing Committee. They put out videos and still pictures of stuff going on in Raven County. And I think that was last month's version. And I thought it was kind of unique. And for us possibly to think about if we could get our trails in any kind of good condition, I think biking would be wonderful. But that's just something for us to think about.
Any comment? I think the venues of biking, I think that's something very attractive in this area. We should be looking at the venues of biking or other venues that come up, hiking, whatever is groups.
Right. Right.
I have a poo-poo on the biking thing.
You too. Okay, let's discuss.
Okay. Well,
All
I
right,
think Raven
excuse
County
me,
is,
Jason, can you cut off Jamie's audio right now?
oh, is that not approved?
Okay, that's what we're here to discuss. Go ahead, Jamie.
Okay. I think Raven County is a great spot for biking. And
Okay.
the type of bikers that come through here are
Yeah.
experienced bikers,
That's true.
athletic bikers, you know, they do that all the time.
Mhm.
The trouble with Sky Valley, and I have a bike, and I can't ride it up Ridgepole. I have a pedal assist electric bike, and I can't ride it up Ridgepole. So, you know, if we organize maybe 1 or 2 venues a year where we close off the roads and invite
Right.
these experienced bikers,
Right.
but also biking on Ridgepole for one is
Yeah,
a
that-
real tricky thing because I have done it and it's scary when those construction trucks are coming by or there's
Mhm.
2 cars and there's nowhere to pass and nowhere for the biker to go but down the hill. That's a little bit of a challenge. So I love biking and, you know, we haul ours somewhere to ride it because
Right.
it's not a very friendly place up here to ride a bike by way of the terrain and the narrow roads.
I love that idea. You know, we have over 300 runners who come for that event that we have
Yes.
every year where we have specific route that we, you know, give them. I think that's a great idea to have them come in maybe for an event.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Holly,
You
how
know,
would
that
we?
might include some food trucks or some other things where we set up
Right.
and really make an event of it.
All right. Well, we help, the city helps to give money to, you know, for snacks and water and so forth for the runners. So, you know, even if we didn't, food trucks sounds great. We could just really make it a big deal. I think that's wonderful.
So Holly, I guess there's something kicking it down there. I think it's something we should look at. How do we organize it? Do we have someone, a project manager on this or something to, you know, look at the next level? Do we agree as a committee, this is something to look at as a venue? Something like it? Ed,
I think it'd
any
be
comments?
good.
I agree with Jamie. I don't think we need to set up an official bike route on our roads that we drive on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you agree we should look at maybe a venue like this for the city? Or,
Yeah, a one-time event, a
Mhm.
year or
Yes.
Yeah.
something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where we actually, you know, close the roads for a few hours or something like
Right.
that.
Right.
All right. I think so. And maybe Jamie, at your next Forward Raven marketing board, you can kind of brainstorm with some of the people who are involved with this
Mhm.
biking and see what they can suggest.
yes,
Okay,
I think that's a
And then
very
we can
good
kinda-
idea.
And then we'll get the Special Projects Committee, Chairman Bruce and his committee may be involved in it too, because they're working on Fall Fest again this year too. So
Okay,
we can just kind of have an inter-committee meeting.
good. That
I
sounds
like that.
good.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that a lot. Great. Okay, so that'll be the next step. Any other comments on it? We've had a long program here. Are there any other items that we should discuss? The final would be our next meeting, looking at April the 28th, same time, 10 o'clock. Does that date work for you?
Works great.
I'm
Looks
here.
I'm sorry. Tell the old man here that date again. I was looking.
April the 28th. It'll be on a Thursday.
yeah.
Try to do it the last Thursday of the
Yeah,
month.
yeah. That's
Great.
That's
fine.
it.
It'll work.
10 o'clock.
Works for me.
Me
Great.
10
too.
a.m.
Great.
Yes, thank you.
Great. Well, I want to thank again the committee. We covered a lot today, a lot of exciting stuff, certainly for the community and the city. And thanks for your involvement. And we will see you tomorrow, Holly, and hopefully
Yep,
things will
I'll
work
be
out
there.
tomorrow.
I'll be
Very
there.
good.
Hey,
Thank you for
hey,
everything.
hey, Gordon, sorry, Holly, I
Yes.
didn't mean to interrupt. Right there at where they check in to get at that building as you go down the steps?
Yes,
Okay, all right.
Yes.
I just want to double check.
very good, very good.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Hey,
you,
bye.
Gordon.
Thank
You,
you.
Okay.
everybody.
Thanks, Gordon, for putting it
Thank you,
together.
Ed.
Thank you.
Thank you.